SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information.
Hi, welcome to Premier League Rundown, the show where we take a look at the opening betting values of the Premier League matches this week. And joining me now to preview the games for week 4 and to tell us where the best value lies is Mike Richardson, sportswriter and regular contributor to SBRForum. Mike, welcome to the show.
Hello, Natalie.
Okay, so kicking off Saturday's matches is Manchester United versus the newly promoted Crystal Palace. It's been a long time since these two teams met, which was back in 2011, where Crystal Palace won 2-1. But a lot has changed since then, and the odds are siding with a Man U win, priced at 1.2 with Ladbrokes, and the underdogs are priced at 17.0 with Bet365. So unless you've got big butts to bet on a Man U win, where's your money going, Mike?
Well, I'm going to have a loose change bet on Crystal Palace beating Manchester United. And that's a crazy bet, and you're probably right to roll your eyes at that one. But I think it's just one of those funny things with football. We do get a freak result every weekend. So I'm going to be putting a couple of pennies on that one because it's such a big fat return. But I think the main part of my money is definitely going to be going behind Man United. It's the only sensible bet to do. I can't see Man United slipping up at home against Crystal Palace, even with a new manager. So I'm going to be back on the home side in this one.
Okay, Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Playing at Villa Park, the odds are close, 2.25 for a Villa win and 3.5 for Newcastle to win the match. Are you siding with the bookies, or are you expecting a close match between these two teams?
I think this is going to be insanely close. Not because both teams are brilliant, but because both teams are in a bit of a bad run at the start of a bad season, I think. As for who's going to win, I think they're going to equal each other out, but I don't think it's going to be a draw. So I'm going to take my lucky 20 pence out of my pocket, give it a toss, and see who's going to win. But that's for when I go down the bookies. For us, for now, I've got to say Newcastle are going to win, even at 3.6.
Fulham versus West Brom, another close match here, but the home advantage could sway the odds in Fulham's favour. They are the favourites, priced at 2.2 with Coral, and the visitors priced at 3.6 with Bet365. So what's your pick here, Mike?
Fulham, 100%. Looking at the last 5 times that these sides have met, it's been Fulham that have been the side coming out on top. Although there have been 2 draws in the middle of that. Fulham have won twice at home, once away, and they've outscored West Brom and Jardim quite healthily. So Fulham, I think they're going to bounce back as well from that defeat at Newcastle. So I'm backing a Fulham victory.
Right, you sound definitely very sure on that one. Hull versus Cardiff City. Both teams were promoted to the Premier League this season. So far, Hull have won 1 and lost 2, and Cardiff have won 1, drawn 1 and lost the other. Bookies are favouring Hull, priced at 2.5 with Paddy Power, whilst Cardiff are priced at 3.12 with Bet Victor. I'm actually going against the bookies for a Cardiff win. Mike, what's your pick here?
I'm going against you and against the bookies, I'm afraid. I think this game's got draw written all over it. Last time these two sides met, it was a 2-2 draw over in Hull back in May this year, rather. I don't think we'll see 4 goals. I think it's more likely going to be a 1-1 or a 0-0. So that's where my money's going. But I'm going right down the middle, draw at 3.3.
Stoke versus Manchester City. No surprise the bookies are siding with Manchester City win, priced at 1.67 with Will Hill, and the home team are priced at 6.0 with Paddy Power. Any chance Stoke can do it, Mike? And if not, where's the value in this match?
Well, if you look at history, I think betting on another draw would be quite a sensible thing to do. A lot of the time when these sides have met, they've ended up honours even, especially when they've been playing up in Stoke. Man City, new manager, big expectations, still finding their feet. Stoke, well, Mark Hughes would love to do one over his old team, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Stoke are going through a little bit of a transitional period of their own. Manchester City have got too much money, too much skill. They're going to take this game. I'm going for a decent score, but I'm definitely going for an away victory.
Sunderland versus Arsenal. Sunderland come into this match with a loss against newcomers Crystal Palace 3-1. And Arsenal enter this match with a win to rivals Tottenham 1-0. Last time they met was in February. Arsenal won 1-0 away. And it looks like the Gunners are going to face another victory on Saturday. A bet on the favourites is priced at 1.73 with Bet Victor. And the underdogs are priced at 5.5 with Bet365. Mike, where's the score here? What's the score here?
The score is going to be something to Arsenal and something less to Sunderland. I think you really hit the nail on the head there when you talk about what they did in their last games. Arsenal already seem to turn their season around after that awful opening game that cost me money. And winning against Tottenham, that's a huge scalp for them to get, and it'll have done wonders for the dressing room. Sunderland, they were lucky to stay up last season. They were wobbling already, and I think this could be a big score for Arsenal. I think it's definitely worth you put your safe money on Arsenal winning, and then you put a bit of sort of loose change on Arsenal winning with a big fat score. So go for 3-0, for 4-0, maybe 4-1. But yeah, definitely bet on Arsenal and definitely bet against Sunderland.
Okay, Tottenham versus Norwich City, playing at White Hart Lane. The Spurs -1 Gareth Bale have only managed 2 goals in the new season. First to Crystal Palace, the second to Swansea, and then 0 to the match they lost to Arsenal the other week. They are, however, favourable winners priced at 1.4, pretty much across the books. And Norwich City are priced at 8.0 with BetVictor. Mike, how's the Spurs looking in the aftermath of Bale? What's your pick here?
I think this game's going to be very tricky for them. A lot of heads will have been turned by the amount of money that they got for Bale, but of course you can't play a big bag of cash on the wing. Money's all very good, but you've got to have the players to back it up and to do something with that money. Norwich, they've got nothing to prove and they've got nothing to lose in this game. I'm certainly going to put a couple of quid on them winning, but nothing more exciting than a 2-1 scoreline. I think if we're going to be sensible about it, though, Tottenham are the better side. The best Norwich could hope for is a draw. But I think Tottenham, it's not going to be pretty, but they're going to start life without Bale with a win.
Everton versus Chelsea, the odds are reasonably close for this match, which surprises me. Chelsea are priced at 2.25 with BetVictor, whilst Everton are priced at 3.6. I would have expected Chelsea's odds to be shorter than that. What would you say that's a good price, and are you expecting a Chelsea win?
I don't think it's a particularly good price, but I am expecting a Chelsea win. Everton, they just don't look as toothsome as they did for the last couple of seasons. Their manager, their previous manager, I should say, used to do very well for them. But Everton against Chelsea, they do okay when they're at home. They beat them 2-0 back in February 2012. But the last time they faced up at home, Chelsea were 2-1 winners. And the last time they played, which was down in London, Chelsea were 2-1 winners again. Back in October, Chelsea were 2-1 winners. And if you go all the way back to, October 2011, Chelsea beat them 3-1. Chelsea got the form. I think Chelsea are going to win. I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet. But yeah, start betting on 2-1 at Chelsea, 3-1 at Chelsea. Don't go any higher.
Okay, Southampton versus West Ham. Sunday's only match playing in St Mary's Stadium. Surprisingly, Southampton are the favourites in this match, priced at 1.91 with Will Hill, and the visitors are priced at 4.5. Last season, Southampton finished in 14th place with 41 points, whilst West Ham finished 10th place with 46 points. So why now are Southampton favourites? Are you going with the bookies or against them?
I'm going against the bookies. I think Southampton have got a bit of... They've got the look of the green at the minute, and they do seem to do very well at home. They get a lot of unrealistic and unexpected results, and they did last season. West Ham are the sort of side that will probably find it hard going down south. However, I think this game is going to be a draw. Sunday's supposed to be a day of rest. I don't think either side is going to be firing on all cylinders, and I think they will pretty much level each other out. West Ham will be happy to settle for a draw, much as they did against Newcastle. Southampton will find themselves frustrated. But yeah, I think the game's going to end on as even, so that's where my money's going. 3.5 on a draw.
Okay, final match of week 4 is Swansea versus Liverpool, playing on Monday. Last time they met was back in February, and Liverpool thrashed Swansea 5-0. So based on that, Liverpool's odds seem somewhat reasonable, priced at 2.2 with BetVictor, with the underdogs priced at 3.4 with Paddy Power, and the draw priced at 3.5 with BetVictor. Now, at that price, would you be tempted to make a bet on Liverpool win here, or have you got a better value bet in mind?
No, I've looked at my crystal ball, and Liverpool are going to win this game. I'll tell you what, though, it's not going to be another 5-0. Liverpool are a good side this season. I've been saying it for quite some time down the boozer, that they're going to be a challenger for a top 4 spot. Obviously, they're top of the league at present. They've got a 100% record. I don't think they're going to let that slip against Swansea. I think it's going to be Liverpool, and I think Liverpool are going to get both halves. I don't think it's going to be a massive score, probably 1-0 or 2-0. But yeah, Liverpool on the 45 and on the 90. And that's about best odds I can find are 3.5 on that happening. That's with BetVictor. So yeah, bet Liverpool winning and Liverpool winning both halves.
Mike, thanks for joining us.
Cheers, Natalie.